हाय, गुड इवनिंग। कैसे हैं आप लोग? मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोग ठीक होंगे और आपकी तैयारी भी ठीक चल रही होगी। आज से हम लोग सीसेट 2024 के कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे। राइट। सीसेट 2024। राइट। जो सीसेट में 2024 में आ चुका है। राइट। तो दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 5। इनफैक्ट आज हम लोग काफी दिनों के बाद मिल रहे हैं। राइट। मैं बीच में थोड़ा सा बिजी हो गया था, तो आप लोगों से इंटरेक्ट नहीं कर पाया। बट मैं फिर भी उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप लोगों का समय ठीक होगा और आप लोग तैयारी ठीक से कर पा रहे होंगे। राइट। अभी हम लोग सीसेट 2024 के कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करते हैं। राइट। दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 5। What is the least possible number of cuts required to cut a cube into 64 identical pieces? Right. See, इस तरह का क्वेश्चन मैंने देखा है कि हर साल एवरी ईयर यू विल बी गेटिंग एटलीस्ट वन क्वेश्चन इन सी सेट। ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा समझिए। यू आर हैविंग ए बिग क्यूब and you need to cut it into 64 identical pieces. 64 identical pieces, right? And the question is asking for least possible number of cuts, right? So number of small cubes are, so number of small cubes, small number of small cubes are 64, right? Small cubes is actually 64, right? So 64 can be written as 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, right? So you must be knowing that a cube has 3 edges, right? So cube is actually a 3-dimensional figure, right? So you need to cut this into 64 pieces. 64 means 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? You need to break length into 4 parts, breadth into 4 parts, into 4 parts, and height into 4 parts, right? This is very clear, right? ठीक है ना? इसमें तो कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं है कि 64 पीसेस में हमें जब कभी भी काटना हो तो हमें उसको 4 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 4 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 4 मीन्स हमें लेंथ ब्रेड्थ और हाइट को 4 पार्ट्स में काटना होगा। बट द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग फॉर लिस्ट नंबर ऑफ कट्स। सो किसी भी चीज को, एक आयरन रॉड अगर आप ले लें, इफ आई एम आस्किंग यू टू break into 4 pieces, so how many cuts you need to apply? 4 pieces, 1 2 3. So you need to cut this rod, this is rod, at how many points? 1 2 3. So in order to in order to break a rod into 4 parts, you are supposed to cut at 3 points, right? So number of cuts required is, so number of cuts along length, it is 4 minus 1, it is 3. Along breadth, it is 4 minus 1 is actually 3, and along height, it is 4 minus 1 is 3. Then total number of cuts are, total number of cuts is 3 plus 3 plus 3 is actually 9. So the correct answer is B. So this is good question. आप इसको attempt जरूर करें, right? Or you need to attempt this question in first round, right? So for every question, we will actually discuss whether we should attempt this question in examination hall or not. If at all we need to attempt, in which round it is supposed to be attempted, right? See, in first round, you actually need to filter out those questions who can be actually solved in 1 or 2 steps, right? And 1 or 2 steps, right? Clear now? So in this question, you need to actually attempt this question in first round. Clear now? And in second round, actually we will be clear. You need to attempt this question in first round. Clear? So come to next question. This is question number 6. Just read out the question. In the expression 5 star, 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 1. Clear? So the question is actually asking, in the expression this, the star can be chosen from plus, minus, multiplication, right? Right now? So what is the smallest non-negative value of the expression? Right, a smallest non-negative value of the expression. So आप सबसे पहले देखें क्वेश्चन क्या करना चाह रहा है. एक एक्सप्रेशन इसने दिया हुआ है. एक्सप्रेशन इज व्हाट? दिस इज 5 स्टार, 4 स्टार, 3 स्टार, 2 स्टार, 1, राइट. यहां पे स्टार क्या है? आप स्टार को प्लस, माइनस एंड मल्टीप्लीकेशन साइन से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, और किसी भी साइन को एटमोस्ट 2 टाइम्स आप यूज कर सकते हैं. तो आप प्लस को 2 बार कर सकते हैं, माइनस को 2 बार कर सकते हैं, एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन को भी 2 बार कर सकते हैं. बट यहाँ पे हमें क्या है, हमें वैल्यू को नॉन नेगेटिव वैल्यू, मतलब इस वैल्यू को हमें मिनिमाइज करने का है, मिनिमाइज करने का है. तो इन ऑर्डर टू मिनिमाइज द वैल्यू, इस तीनों प्लस, माइनस एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन में हमें सबसे ज्यादा किसको यूज करना है, दैट इज माइनस साइन, राइट, क्योंकि माइनस साइन ही एक साइन है जो वैल्यू को रिड्यूस करेगा, एल्स प्लस एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन विल एक्चुअली इनहांस द वैल्यू, राइट। सो ये तो वन थिंग इज वेरी श्योर कि हमको माइनस साइन को 2 बार यूज करने का है, बाकी जो चीजें बची रह गई उसमें हम प्लस और मल्टीप्लिकेशन को यूज करेंगे। चलिए देखते हैं, राइट दी, सो द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इज, सी दिस इज 1, 5 प्लस 4 minus 3 minus 2 multiplied by 1 is what? It is 5 plus 4 minus 3 minus 2. It is 7 minus 5 is actually 2, right? So this is not on. So write this 5 minus 4 minus 3 plus 2 multiplied by 1. It is 5 minus 4 minus 3 plus 2. Then it is 7 minus 7, it is 0. Right? 7 minus 7, it is 0. So the smallest non-negative value is D, 0. So I have seen similar kind of question is being asked in every CSAT year, right? So this is good question, आप इसको attempt जरूर करें, और my actually advice is that you should attempt this in first round, right? So this is good question, clear ना? चले next question के लिए, this is good question. See, you actually need to find out the minimum non-negative value, means minimum value achieve करने के लिए you need to actually apply minus sign twice, right? Because plus and multiplication, they are actually responsible for enhancing the value, right? It is only minus sign which is actually reducing the value. So we need to optimize the usage of minus sign. So this is, we could get the answer of 0, right? So the non-negative number is 0. Clear now? Chaliye, come to next question. Next question is what? A certain number of men can complete a piece of work in 6k days, where k is a natural number. Why what percent should be the number of men be increased so that the work can be completed in 5k days, right? So this question is actually related to topic work and time, right? So this is simple topic, and you must be knowing. So just to revise, see what is work. Work done is actually, work is proportional to men, right? And it is proportional to days, right? Men can be written as M, this can be written as D, and work can be written as W. So that means W is actually proportional to M and D. So W can be written as M1 D1, right? And it is equal to M2 D2, right? This can be actually written as W is equal to KMD. Say K is a constant, K is 1. Then W is nothing but M1 D1, right, is equal to M2 D2. So in case 1 and case 2, see, a man can complete a piece of work in 6k days. So D1 is 6k, right? And M1 is, and D2 is what we need to actually find out? So no, D2 is 5k days. Sorry, D2 is 5k days, is 5k days, and M2 is, say M1 is 100, say this is 100, and M2 is what? Right. So here 6k multiplied by 100 is M2 multiplied by 5k. This implies M2 is what? M2 is 6k multiplied by 100 divided by 5k. K and k is gone. This is 20. So this is 120. Right. So M2 is nothing but 120. Right. So earlier the number of person were 100 and it is now 120. So M1 to M2, how much percentage it should be increased? Once it is actually increased from 100 to 120, so percentage increase is what? It is 20%. Right? Clear? So this is a good question. This is good question indeed. और आप इसको अटेम्प्ट जरूर करें, राइट, और इसको फर्स्ट राउंड में अटेम्प्ट करें. मैं एक बार फिर से इसको डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ. वर्क इन एनी केस इज प्रोपोर्शन टू नंबर ऑफ पर्सन doing it and number of days, right? More the work, more will be the days. More the work, more will be the main required, right? So work is actually nothing but M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2. In this case, the first case, D1 is 6k and M1 is 100. We actually assume. And D2 is 5k and M2 is what? So using this equation, A, M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2, we could find that M2 is 120. So in the first case, M1 was actually 100 and M2 is 120. So the percentage increase is 20%. So 20% means C is the correct answer. Right? So come to the next question. Right? The next question is question number 8. X, Y, Z can complete a piece of work. This is again related with work and time. This is a good question. X, Y and Z can complete a piece of work individually in 6 hours, 8 hours and 8 hours. So X is actually doing this work in 8 hours. Sorry, X is actually 6 hours so X is completing this work in 6 hours and Y and Z, they are completing this work in 8 hours, right? Only one person can, however, only one person at a time can work in each hour and nobody can work for 2 consecutive hours, right? And all are engaged to finish the work. What is the minimum amount of time? Minimum amount of time. See, the question is actually asking us to complete the work in minimum possible time. So X is the fastest person. So we need to actually occupy X as many times as possible, right? So we need to complete this work. So what would be the sequence? Sequence of persons. The work should actually be started by X, then it should be followed by Y, then X, then Z, then X, then Y. Right? The question, the alternative is 6 hour, 6 hour, 6 hour. So, and 7 hour. तो 6 hour तो ठीक है. So we should actually consider this for 6 hour, right? So x plus y, x is actually complete. The work done by x in 1 hour, in 1 hour, in 1 hour is how much? It is 1 by 6, and y and z in 1 hour it is 1 by 8, right? So x plus y means 1 by 8 plus 1 by 6 is how much? x by की अगर हम बात करें तो this will be x and y jointly will be taking actually 24, 4 plus 3, it is 7 by 24, right? So this is 7 by 24, this is 7 by 24, this is 7 by 24. So in 6 hours work done is how much? Is actually 3 multiplied by 7 by 24. In every 2 hours the work completed is 7 by 24. So it is 21 by 24, right, in 6 hours. So work remains is 1 minus 21 by 24. So it is nothing but 24 minus 21 divided by 24. It is 3 by 24 means 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 work is actually remaining after 6 hours. And after 6 hours, whose turn is there? X. So how much time X will take in completing this 1 by 8 work? So time taken by X to complete 1 by 8 work is what? This is 1 by 8 multiplied by 6. This is what? This is hour. This is hour, right? Means 6 by 8 multiplied by 60. This is minute, right? So 4 ja 15, 2, this is 3, it is 45 minutes, right? So then total time taken is 6 hours and 45 minutes. Total time is 6 hours and 45 minutes. Right? Is this okay? Do you find it logical? राइट एक बार फिर से इस क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं. इस क्वेश्चन में 3 लोग हैं जो काम कर रहे हैं. एक्स इस काम को 6 घंटे में करता है, वाई और जेड 8 घंटे में करता है, राइट. क्वेश्चन हमसे ये पूछ रही है कि इसको कम से कम समय में कैसे कर सकते हैं. जब कम से कम समय में करना है तो हमको ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक्स का इस्तेमाल करना होगा, ज्यादा से ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी हमें एक्स को देना होगा, राइट. तो सीक्वेंस ऑफ पर्सन हमने क्या रखा? द वर्क विल बी स्टार्टेड बाय एक्स followed by y, then x, then z, then x, then y. So in actually this 6 hours, the work completed by all of them is 3 multiplied by 7 by 24. X, y would be completing this work in 2 hours is how much? 7 by 24. So in 6 hours, they would be completing 21 by 24 works, right? So work remains is 1 minus 21 by 24, it is 1 by 8, right? So time taken by x to complete x by 8, 1 by 8 work is nothing but 1 by 8 multiplied by 6, it is actually 45 minutes. So the answer is 6 hours and 45 minutes. So this is good question. ये बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन है और आप इसको अटेम्प्ट जरूर करें एंड इसको आप फर्स्ट राउंड में भी अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं. या आपको फर्स्ट राउंड में ये अटेम्प्ट करें, राइट। ये वर्क टाइम से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है, बहुत टफ नहीं होता, ठीक है। आप जितना ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन का प्रैक्टिस करेंगे उतनी आसानी आपको एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में होगी। तो माय एडवाइस इज कि आप प्रैक्टिस करें, 1 से 1 घंटा एटलीस्ट आप सीसेट को दें। इट इज़ नॉट डिफिकल्ट, पर अगर प्रैक्टिस में होंगे देन सीसेट वुड बी इजी फॉर यू। और अगर प्रैक्टिस में नहीं होंगे तो इक्वेशन थोड़ा सा फेसी होता है, थोड़ा सा ट्विस्टेड होता है, और इतना भी इजी नहीं है कि मैं बिना अटेम्प्ट किए हुए भी अगर एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में चला जाऊं तो मैं कह सकता हूं कि ठीक है, आई विल एक्चुअली गेट थ्रू इट। दैट इज एक्चुअली नॉट लॉजिकल, राइट। प्रैक्टिस करें, और अगर 1 घंटे में आपने 10-12 क्वेश्चन 15 क्वेश्चन भी बनाए और टॉपिक्स जो भी आपने देखा है अगर आप उसको टच कर लें तो आप कर सकते हैं। जैसे लाइक 2024 के हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, इसमें आपको ये क्लियरिटी आ जाएगी कि कौन कौन सा टॉपिक इंपॉर्टेंट है और किस किस टॉपिक से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, राइट। चलिए चलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए। दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. This is actually related with number system, and this question is actually important. Why it is important? Because every year similar questions are being asked in CSAT, right? So how many consecutive zeros are there at the end of integer obtained in the product? 1 square, 1 to the power 2, 2 to the power 4, 3 to the power 6, 4 to the power 8, and 25 to the power 50, right? So how many zeros are there? तो चलिए देखते हैं। So this expression can be written as n 1 to the power 2, 2 to the power 4, 3 to the power 6, 4 to the power 8, and 25 to the power 50. And how many consecutive zeros? Just actually we need to find out what is zero and how it would be coming in this particular expression. So 0 is nothing but 10. 10 is nothing but 2 multiplied by 5. So we need to actually find out how many 2's are available, how many 5's are available. So we could actually, by observing this expression, we could find out that there are many 2's. Many 2's are available, right? And there are less 5 are available. So just to actually conclude that how many 10 are available in this particular expression, we need to find out how many 5's are actually present in this expression. Because there are many 2's, we could actually find out 2 to the power 4, 4 to the power 8, then 6 to the power 12, then 8 to the power 16, like that, right? But there are limited number of 5. So how many 5 are there? We need to find out number of 5's available in this expression, right? So 5 to the power 10, there are 10 5's, right? 10 to the power 20 means this is 5 to the power 20, and then 15 to the power 30 means then 20 to the power 40, it is actually 5 to the power 40, and then 25 to the power 50, it is nothing but 5 to the power 100, right? So how many 5's? Means total is 5 to the power 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 100. This means 5 to the power 30, 30, 60. It is actually 5 to the power 200. Right. This 5 to the power 200. Right. So how many zeros are available? Actually 10 is nothing but 2 multiplied by 5. So number of 0 is totally dependent on number of 2 and number of 5. Right. So number of 2 is actually less. So we need to find out how many 5s are available in this particular expression. So 200 actually 5s are available. So number of 0 are actually 200. Right. Clear now? So this is a good question and we need to attempt in examination hall. Right. Right now, चले next question पे. Next question is question number 10. Question number 10. Right. On January 1st, 2023, a person saved rupees 1, and on January 2, he saved 2 rupees more than that on the previous day. On January 3rd, he saved rupees 2 more than the previous day, and so on. At the end of which date his total wait for a minute. हाँ हाँ नहीं होगी ना. ओके ठीक है. ठीक है. ओके. Yes, sorry. So on 1st January 2023, a person saved rupees 1. On 2nd, he could save actually 2 rupees more than the previous on 3rd, and similarly he is actually saving for the complete month, right? So what is the date? This is Jan, right? This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, right? And saving is, this is 1 rupees, and this is 3, this is 5, this is 7, this is 9, this is 11, and this is 13, this is 17, sorry, the 13, then 15, then 17, and then 19. So the cumulative saving is what? Cumulative saving is 1, 4, 9, then 16, then 25, right? 25, and then 36, then 49, and then 64, then 81, and then 100. So what the question, at the end of this date, his saving is a perfect square as well as a perfect cube. So square, to every number is a square. Then which number is a perfect cube? This is 1, and this is, sorry, this is 64 is a perfect cube, right? So the answer is actually 8. On 8th of January, his saving will be perfect square as well as perfect cube. So the correct answer is B, that is 8th of January, right? So this is the saving 13579 and the cumulative saving is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49 and 64. 64 is actually perfect cube and perfect square both, right? So the correct answer is B. So this is good question, or you need to attempt it in first round only, right? So come to next question. This is question number 15, right? So the question number 15 is saying 222 to the power 333 plus 333 to the power 222 is divisible by which of the following numbers, right? 3, 7 and 2. 3 multiplied by 37 is what? It is actually 111, right? So this can be written as 2 to the power 333 into 111 to the power 333 plus 3 to the power 222 multiplied by 111 to the power 222. So it can be written as 111 to the power 222 and this is 2 to the power 333 into 111, right, to the power 111 plus 3 to the power 222, right? So this can be written as 3 multiplied by 37 to the power 222. So this is actually divisible by 3 and 37 both. 3 and 37 both, and this number is actually 2 to the power 333 into 111 plus 3 to the power 222. This is actually even, right? But this is odd. So this number is actually odd. So this expression is actually divisible by 3 and 37 but not 2, right? So this is good question. You need to attempt this question in examination hall and you can very well attempt this in first round. So ये बहुत ही आसान अच्छा सा क्वेश्चन है, आप इसको मिस ना करें और आप इसको अटेम्प्ट जरूर करें, राइट? चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 16. This is good question, right? This is good question. What percentage of water must be mixed with honey so as to gain 20% by selling the mixture at the cost price of honey? This is good question. Actually, I am reading this question once more, right? What percentage of water should be mixed with milk so as to gain 20% by selling it, right? So what is the question asking for? See, cost is actually needed for honey. Cost is actually related with honey only, but not with water. This is actually cost is nil, right? So we need to actually find out the growth is growth is 20%, right? So growth is nothing but volume. So you need to increase volume by 20%. Just to increase the volume by 20%, why? How much percent you should mix water? It is actually 20%, right? So this is good question, and you need to attempt this in good question. You need to attempt this in examination hall, right? And first round, right now. So come to next question. What is the rightmost digit preceding the 0 in the value 30 to the power 30? 30 to the power 30. It can be written as 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 30. It is actually 3 to the power 30 multiplied by 10 to the power 30. This is responsible for 0, and this is responsible for non-zero digits, right? So what the question is asking, rightmost digit preceding 0 in this expression, right? So 33 to the power 30, we need to actually find out the digit at unit place in expression 3 to the power 30, right? So we actually know that 3 to the power 1 unit place is 3, 3 to the power 2 it is 9, 3 to the power 3 it is 7, and 3 to the power 4 it is 1, and 3 to the power 5 it is again 3. It is repeating the order 4. So then 3 to the power 30 can be written as 3 to the power 4 multiplied by 7 plus 2. It is 30. So the unit place digit is nothing but 9. Unit place. So the correct answer is D, 9. So this is the good question. It's very good question, right? You need to attempt this in examination hall. You can very well attempt it first, right? So this is good question. Let us try one more. Yes, 421 and 427 when divided by the same number, leave the remainder as 1. Then 421 minus 1 is 420, and 427 minus 1 is 426. How many numbers can we use as a divisor in order to get the same remainder? 1, right? So just actually 420 can be actually written as 2 means 210, 2 means 105, then 5 means 21, and then 3, 7. So the 420 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. And similarly 426 it can be written as 2, 2, 1, 3, right? Then 3, 7, 1. So 426 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 71. So the common is 2 and it is 3. So how many numbers can be used as divisor in order to get the same remainder as 1? So this is 2, this is 3. So the number required here So the number required is numbers are what? 2, 3 and 2 multiplied by 3 means 2, 3 and 6. So how many numbers are there? That is 3, right? 2, 3 and 6. So this is good question and you need to attempt this in examination hall in first round, right? So this is very good question. आप इसको जरूर अटेम्प्ट करें. दिस इज रिलेटेड विथ नंबर सिस्टम, राइट? ठीक है ना? चलिए, डू वेल, वर्क हार्ड एंड वी विल मीट अगेन टुमारो, राइट? ओके, थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट.